y'all, welcome to Amcor. Here in Texas, we work hard to ensure the safety of our co-workers. Right, Jeff?
That's right, Ken. Safety is our top priority from the time that we start shift to the time that we end the shift. Back to you.
Thanks, Jeff. Come on in, we'll give you a quick tour. Every person that enters the building must sanitize their hands, must have a facial covering, and have a temp check. We just recently upgraded our temp check to a more automated facial recognition system.
Please scan your badge now. Scan your badge now.
Hey, Patrick.
Hey, Ken, how you doing?
Doing good. Hey, we just entered the building, had our temp checks, and we need to get a safety briefing. You mind walking these guys through safety, what it means for us with Amcor and some ergonomics?
Absolutely. Let's talk about stretching.
Let's start this morning with the overhead stretch. Reach up. All right, let's go with the neck stretch now. Let's lean to the left. Then back to the right. Okay, this is the shoulder shrug. We go backwards. And then rotate forward. Okay, now you do the wrist rotations. Both directions. Okay, we're going to do a back stretch. We're going to do the lumbar. Lean back. Relax. Okay, now we do the hip lunge. Back to neutral. Do the other side. Okay, we're going to do the foot rotation. I usually have to grab onto something. And 1, 2, 3. Make sure you try to go both directions and get that stretch.
Hey, Tony, thanks for demonstrating the stretches to us. Now let's go talk to Ms. Washington about PPE. Good morning, Ms. Washington.
Good morning, Mr. Patrick. How are you today?
Pretty awesome. So, I've been talking to folks about stretching. I remember you helping us with the campaign about making safety personal. Do you mind talking to the folks about PPE?
Sure, no problem. Now come on with me. Isn't it great that the people did an awesome job? They're wearing their facial masks. I would like to take you guys to my PPE station. Now, PPE stands for Personal Protective Equipment. Basically, PPE is for everything you need to protect yourself when you're out on the floor in the warehouse. It's just to keep you safe. Talk about a steel-toe boot. The steel-toe boots are there to protect you. It keeps you from stubbing your feet or things falling on your foot. You notice I'm wearing my vest, my lunch safety vest. I was helping in the warehouse in the warehouse, but it's required over there. But the other parts of the warehouse is not required. But you know, it's not a good idea to wear it. The next PPE we'll be talking about is called a bump cap. A bump cap is nothing but a head protector. It protects you from if you fall down and bump your head or falling objects. A bump cap looks just like this. Looks just like a regular cap. Guess what? Hear that sound? That's what's to protect your head. And look on the inside, it's a little plastic insert. That's why it's called a bump cap, because it's nothing but a head protector. First thing you do is you take your arm and you pull up your ear like this. Roll it in your fingers, and as you roll it in your fingers, you pull back your ear and you place it in. And it will be like a little snug fit. And there, it's like a little cushion or a stopper. Now you're protected with your hearing. Okay, and now we're going to talk about our safety glasses. We have two different types of safety glasses. Regular, and one if you wear prescription glasses, you must have safety glasses over it. And it cannot be any type of safety glass. It must be the right type. And if you notice, Amcor has provided both types. You've got the regular in here, and you've also got one for if you wear prescription glasses. I also want to let you know that Amcor is willing to cover the cost if you go get some special prescription glasses and you want safety glasses. They will cover the cost for you. Isn't that awesome? The last PPE I want to talk about is called safety gloves. Safety gloves Amcor provides, and they look just like this. Now, safety gloves protect your fingers and your hands. Anytime you are working around moving parts of the machine, you always want to wear your safety gloves. They do just what they're supposed to do. See me? After you walk around in the plant, you put your safety gloves on. See? Safety gloves for your protection. Hey, Mike.
Hey, Pat, what are you up to?
It's all about the safety. I just been talking to them about PPE. Safety first. Hey, aren't you working on something with your folks?
Absolutely. Let's go through that now.
Since the beginning of the year, we've had a huge focus on lockout tagout. We've recently stepped up our safety by changing our procedure to a group lockout tagout. We put a lock on a machine to prevent any energy going into the machine. We put the key inside this box, and everyone who is working on the machine places their lock on the box. Doing this makes sure that anyone who is working on a machine doesn't get hurt. The last person to remove the lock is the lead or the supervisor. Hey Kenron, how do you handle all hazards in Dallas?
Hey Mike, here in Dallas, we like to do our job safely. So before we do a job, we do a risk analysis. One example of a risk analysis is lockout tagout, which means we stop, think, and plan the job out correctly. Inform the affected personnel, shut down the machine, isolate the equipment you're working on, apply your lock. Verify the isolation, remove, ensure, and follow. Those are the 8 steps of lockout tagout. No, I bet I didn't tell you what locks mean. Purple lock is a temporary lock. The blue lock is for operators. Our green lock is for leadership. Our yellow lock is for forklift operators, and our red locks are for maintenance.
You need to keep your eyes open for forklift traffic. If you see a forklift, always wave and make sure you see them waving back. I've been talking to these folks about forklift safety. I hear that you're working on something cool for safety. Absolutely. Let me show you what we've been recently working on.
We want to make sure that it's clear where pedestrians can walk and where forklifts can travel. In this area, we've marked this off by using yellow tape. You may notice that there are lights around the forklift. This is called a halo. It extends about 10 feet around the forklift to make sure that both the operator and pedestrians understand the minimum boundary to keep them safe. Hey Emmanuel, what are you guys in Dallas doing about pedestrian forklift safety?
Hey Jose, thanks for shouting out Dallas. Come on in. Make sure to wear your PPE. That's very important. We started talking about placing some stop signs on the floor. Now we are talking about how to make the intersections where forklifts and pedestrians interact more safe. We talked about mirrors, floor markings, or even using proximity technology. The best thing is that we are all working on it together.
That's right, man. While working on forklift safety, we also focus on the environment. Kelly here can tell you how it works.
This is where the magic happens. I get every bit of scrap over here, chop them up into itty bitty pieces, set them up, make some good freeform, then come back with some good bottles.
A lot of equipment and processes that go into making bottles. But at the end of the day, our most important asset is you. Back at you, Kent.
Well, guys, we must get back to work. Thank you for visiting. We ask that you stay safe as we focus on safety as well. Have a blessed day.
Testing, testing.
Come on in. Hold on, do it again. Come on. Hey Jose, thank you for shouting out Dallas. So we started talking about businesses.
We want to make sure everyone here stays safe. So, Mike, around here, we make sure everybody stays safe. So before we do a task, we do a risk analysis first.
And as you can see, Amcor has both kinds. And keeping in with good manufacturing practices, you must cover your hair.
Talk about what he does.
You're still gonna have to duck down.
That's what Will said.
Okay. Can you go down a little bit? More. Perfect.
That's right, man. While working on forklift safety, we also focus on the environment. Kelly here will tell you all about it.
This is where all the magic happens. We get all this scrap, grind everything up, make it itty bitty pieces, send them off, create new preforms to make good bottles.
Good morning, Mrs. Washington.
Good morning, Mr. Captain. How are you today?
I'm great.
Noté que el manejador del montecargas paga en la máquina y se baja cuando llega junto a las personas. Esto es para ayudar y tener a las personas más seguras.
Hey Tony, thanks for demonstrating the stretches. Yeah.